Hiya, this is Jasmine at SafeLock Systems, and this video shows the process to set the time and date on an Axessor USB safe lock. Axessor USB was previously incarnated as Kaba 525, and these instructions also apply to that lock. To set the time and date on an Axessor USB, it's necessary to use the master code, which starts with 00. It's also necessary for the bolt to be in the open position. So one of the first things we have to do is actually open the lock and ensure that the bolt is kept in the open position. To check the current time, press the info button and it displays on the screen. On my lock here, the time is out by about 4 minutes. It's actually 2:10 PM. The display shows the time in the format that has been previously configured. So mine shows it using AM and PM, but it might be that yours shows it in the 24-hour clock. In that case, when we enter the digits or when we amend the digits to set the date and time, you have to follow the format that has been set on the lock already. So the first job is to open the lock, and any valid opening code can do this, but I'll use the master code. Input the code and then press enter, and the bolt opens. Now on a safe, normally the handle would be turned and Boltworks would hold the bolt in the open position. You see here that I must use my fingers to hold it back because it's not installed on a safe. When the screen displays open, you then press mode, followed by the master code, followed by the enter key. I'm just going to press mode quickly to show that it shows the word code on the screen. It disappears quite quickly. You can see there that it's gone back to open again. So as soon as you press mode, then enter the master code and then press enter. And you now have access to the master menu. You can use the arrow left and right keys to scroll through all of the options available to the master, but we're just concentrating on time and date. So when time shows, press enter. You can then scroll through all of the options available here, which is to set the time, set the date, and select whether or not it shows AM or 24-hour clock. So if we scroll back so that time shows and press enter, it shows the current date and time as perceived by the lock. And as I said, this is about 4 minutes out, it's incorrect. So you can see there that the digits are flashing. Use the left and right arrow keys to scroll through the digits that you want to change. So it is 2. But it's now actually more like 2:11 PM. So I'm gonna, whilst that 0 is flashing, I want to change it to a 1. And whilst that 7 is now flashing, I want to change that to a 1 as well. It's showing PM, which is correct, but if it's completely out, then you can select AM. But here I'm correct with PM. So now the time is showing absolutely correctly. I can press the enter key and it says save, yes, you press enter to accept it, and the screen says accepted. You're now thrown back to the previous menu and you can scroll through to the date. So it's saying that it's December the 11th, 2022. It's actually December the 13th today. So I'm going to scroll through so that that 1 is now flashing and change it using the numbers to a 3. And that's now showing the correct date and time. But you can see there that each of the digits flash, so you just change them as you need to. Whilst it's showing the correct date, I'm going to press enter. Again, I'm asked if you want to save, and so you press enter to say yes, and that's been accepted. So I can now keep pressing the info button to back out into the normal condition and get out of the master menu, which is quite important, and allow the bolts to be closed.